Thanks for joining us. It's another wild weather day for Oklahoma. Parts of the state are seeing high fire threats, and now we're getting ready for another chance of severe weather. That's right. The ingredients are perfect for tornadoes and isolated thunderstorms this evening. We're going to toss it over to MC, who's keeping track of it all. MC, what do you got for us?
Thank you, Patrick and Jess. Let's go ahead and look at your current conditions here on campus right now. It's 85 degrees. It's currently the temperature here that we're feeling. It's feeling like 86 with that heat index. But the biggest thing that I want us to worry about is the winds. The winds are sitting at coming in from the south, 26 miles per hour. With those winds, we have wind gusts, and that's the biggest thing. It's 36 miles per hour. So those doors are swinging open. Hair is blowing everywhere. I saw a girl chasing after her hat earlier. It was a little funny, but I felt for her just a little bit. So make sure you guys are being careful with that. Let's go ahead and look at the temperatures across the state, looking at 80s, 70s, and 90s. 90s in northwestern Oklahoma, so in Woodward and then in Guyman. Clinton as well. We got some in southeastern, southeastern Oklahoma, 97 degrees. Here in the metro, we got 80s, same thing, 87 in Ponca City, 81 in Tulsa. Then we got 70s in southwestern Oklahoma. Now, the weather headlines is what I'm going to go into next. Red flag warning here in the metro, so basically meaning we have a high fire risk going on right now. So make sure you guys aren't burning anything outside. If you do, make sure you're putting it right out. Don't be driving on dry grass. Be careful if you see smoke or a fire, make sure you're reporting it, and of course, stay up to date with your local weather station. Severe thunderstorms tonight going into tomorrow, so that we're going to start seeing those storms come in around 6 p.m. to around 10 p.m. We won't see them start right at 6 p.m., but we might start seeing those clouds start to roll in, and then more than likely we'll see those storms start to come in around 8 and 10 o'clock tonight. And then very low to low chance of tornadoes. So I'm not saying that they won't happen. I'm just saying there's a very low chance that we could see any tornadoes for today. Now that's all I have for you. Back to you guys at the desk. Thanks, MC. Our top story: amidst growing tensions on campus regarding upcoming budget cuts, students continue to take action. That's right. UCO says more than 40 faculty positions could be cut. Recently, students have taken to protesting. UCentral's Cameron Forrell joins us now in studio with what students are planning this week. Cameron, what do you got?
That's right, guys. Students attended protests on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of last week to address concerns regarding faculty cuts, the sexual assault allegations against Cato Bus, and more. President Patty Newhold Ravi Kumar explained that many numbers used were not correct in many cases.
I heard students talking about 53 faculty positions being eliminated. The students were not able to provide a data source for this number, so to reiterate what I said in the open forum on March 24th, the number that has been shared is 40 plus full-time equivalent faculty positions.
Many students wore teal today to promote awareness of sexual assault. They voiced their concerns during the protests, with several addressing the president's choice to cut other faculty members instead of Bus. The president announced her reasoning regarding the situation following the protest on Thursday.
This is a personnel issue which prevents me from openly discussing any details with the public. And this is an issue in litigation, which also prevents me from making direct statements about the details of this situation.
Logan Boyd, an organizer for these protests, explains how he has essentially become the spokesperson for these peaceful assemblies amidst these upcoming events.
I've seen faculty members lament over the fact that they might lose their job, and I've even seen some of them cry over the fact that they may lose their job. And so that really rung a chord with me, and that's why I jumped in and decided to help.
There will be another protest tomorrow from 12 to 1 outside of Old North once again for anyone who wishes to attend and show their support. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Cameron. And you can find our coverage of the upcoming budget cuts and past student action online at ucentralmedia.com. Today, Governor Kevin Stitt signed State Bill 612 into law, banning most abortions in the state. I was there to witness the controversial event. Take a look. Prohibiting performance of or attempt to perform abortion except under certain circumstances. Governor Kevin Stitt said in the press conference that he wants to make Oklahoma the most pro-life state in the country.
I promised Oklahomans that I would sign every pro-life bill that hit my desk.
The bill cleared the state Senate last year and the House earlier this month. It makes performing an abortion or attempting to perform one a felony punishable by a maximum fine of $100,000 or a minimum of 10 years in prison, or both.
And what we're saying here today is the intentional taking of an innocent life has consequences. It is criminal, and we are no longer going to allow the murder of innocent babies in the womb here in Oklahoma.
Under the bill, the woman would not be criminally charged. Rather, it would be the healthcare professional.
What I love about this one is that there's not a punishment in it for the mother of any kind. It's for the practitioner who does it. And that's an expression of the will of the people of Oklahoma through their legislature and their governor.
And as governor, I represent all 4 million Oklahomans, and they overwhelmingly support protecting life in the state of Oklahoma. We want Oklahoma to be the most pro-life state in the country.
The law does not provide exceptions for cases of rape and incest. At the beginning of the year, Governor Kevin Stitt also promised to sign every piece of pro-life legislation that hits his desk. Today, keeping that promise as he signed this bill into law.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki came out with a statement this afternoon condemning the governor's actions, calling it an unconstitutional attack on women's rights.
And a new poll finds most Americans no longer believe COVID is a crisis. The survey showed less than 10% describe it as so. About 3 in 4 say it's a manageable program, and 1 in 6 say it's not even a problem. Inflation has hit a new high not seen since the 1980s. Bureau of Labor Statistics say consumer price index increased 8.5% for the year. That's up 7.9% from February. There's a bit of good news. AAA says gas prices are dropping.
Oklahoma Blood Institute is calling an emergency on the lack of blood supplies. They are calling out to the community for help. UCentral Amber Poston has the story.
Oklahoma Blood Institute is now facing an emergency shortage of blood. OBI is reaching out to the community saying that they need your help with blood donations.
There's not enough blood on the shelves. And so what happens when we go to an emergency appeal, it's really the breaking point. We've waited and we've done a lot of messaging as we can to get the numbers back up. But it's also important to be forthright with the public and let them know this is a pretty dire situation. And
OBI avoided calling emergency shortage, but hospitals in Oklahoma have been running low on blood. That has caused 1 to 2 days worth of blood left for people in need.
Almost every single drop of blood that goes throughout the state of Oklahoma comes from us. And so there's a lot of hospitals relying on us to, make sure the blood inventory is where it is. So that
the majority of blood that is needed is
there's O negative. It's the universal blood that you can transfuse into anyone regardless of blood type.
Go donate blood. Reporting from Edmond, Oklahoma, Amber Poston, UCentral News.
Thanks, Amber. And still ahead on UCentral News, what is going on with the weather tonight? MC will have your full weather forecast after this.
Back and change it all. I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah! Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world. Told you she's super smart. If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Looking ahead to the weekend, Edmond Herd on Herd is making its monthly return.
That's right. There's live music, activities, and plenty of food trucks. You can check it out this Saturday in downtown Edmond from 6 to 10. Don't worry if you miss it. They'll be back every third Saturday from now until October.
And the Women's Research and BGLTQ+ Student Center are presenting a queer art show tomorrow in Thatcher Hall from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The show's theme is Queer in the Country, which challenges the idea that queer people do not exist in rural America. All art will be for sale and proceeds will go towards the center at UCO.
And if you plan on taking finals in the DSS Testing Center, then listen up. Students testing in the DSS Testing Center should schedule their finals by April 25th. Any student who takes finals in the DSS Testing Center must currently register with the DSS. For questions, contact DSS at 974-2525.
And now we want to celebrate our friends over at the Vista. They won 5 awards recently at the Oklahoma Collegiate Media Awards in Stillwater. Managing editor Ansley Martinez won 2nd place for investigative reporting with her story Access Denied. Editor-in-Chief Madeline Nix won 1st for sports photography. Manuela Soldi won 1st for news photography. And Gracie Hubbard and Sierra Perkins both won 3rd place for news photography. Congratulations to those guys over there.
Potential for severe weather. We're going to check in with MC and see what she's got for us. MC, how's it going?
It's going great, Patrick. Hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and talk about your weather headlines. Right now, here in the metro, red flag warning is the biggest thing. So basically, extreme levels of fire risk. So basically, make sure you guys are taking the necessary precautions when it comes to those grass fires, wildfires, anything like that. So basically, if you see a storm, you see some smoke, make sure you're reporting it. If you are having any fires outside, which you shouldn't, make sure you're putting them out right away. And of course, be ready to go if you have to evacuate. We're going to have some severe thunderstorms tonight. Going into tomorrow, we're going to see that rain start around 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's the time span that I saw on the National Weather Service. But I'm thinking that we're going to start seeing showers start around 8 p.m. We'll start seeing those storms come in around 6, but around 8 p.m. we'll start seeing those showers turn into the thunderstorms going later into the night. And then we're going to have a very low to low chance of tornadoes. Now, what I mean by that is that sometimes you guys are like, you said there was a low chance of tornadoes and then a tornado happened. I'm saying there's a low chance, but I'm not saying there's no chance at all. So make sure you guys are staying in tune or up to date with your local weather station. Let's go and look at the current conditions. 85 degrees right here on campus. It's partly cloudy right now. Winds are coming in from the south, 26 miles per hour. So very, very strong winds with those wind gusts, with that heat index. It feels like 86 degrees with the humidity sitting at 46%. Now, temperatures across the state, we got some 80s, 90s, and 70s. So 80s in western Oklahoma, or eastern Oklahoma. I'm sorry, I was right. Western Oklahoma, central Oklahoma, we have some 80s, and then in southeastern, we're going to see some temperatures in the 70s. Excuse me, going a little blank there for a second. For tonight, the temperature is going to be 53 degrees. That's when we're going to start seeing those thunderstorms come in. We have a northwest wind of 8 miles per hour. But then we're going to start seeing those winds go up going later into the night. The humidity is going to be at 49% with that 20% chance of rain. Then going into tomorrow morning, we're going to see that percentage of rain go down to 10%. Now, the temperatures across the state got some 50s and some 60s. 36 is up in Guyman. That's going to be the coolest. Right now, they're at 90, and we're going to see that temperature go all the way down. So that's why we have that slow chance of tornadoes, if anything. 53 here in the metro, 40s right here in northwestern Oklahoma. In southern Oklahoma, we got some 60s and then some 50s on eastern Oklahoma. Now, temperatures for tomorrow across the state, we're going to see 60s, 70s, possibly a few 50s. 58 here in Guyman. Going to have 60s here in northern Oklahoma, and then in southern Oklahoma, we're going to have some 70s. 81 is the only one. 80 we're probably going to see here in Oklahoma, there in Idabel. Now, the daily forecast for tomorrow, rain is going to be continuing, into the morning time, 7 a.m., 54 degrees. Then going into lunchtime, it'd be 60 degrees. And then it's going to be very, very windy. And then going into the nighttime, temperature is going to be 65 degrees with clear skies. Now, this is the 7-day forecast. As you can see, going later into the week, we're going to see the temperature continue to go back up, and then we're going to see the temperature go down going into the weekend. 20% chance of rain Sunday night and Sunday day. But later for the next week, we're going to see the temperature continue to be sunny and warm. That's all I have for you guys. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, MC. And coming up, things are looking strange for a well-known series, plus an update on a lawsuit that has caused outcry on social media after the break.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome to your social media update. I'm Tyler Whitehead, and a lawsuit that has had many tosses, turns, and controversies with a lot of commentary on social media. A jury was selected today to hear the long-anticipated lawsuit Johnny Depp has against his ex-wife, Amber Heard. He's accusing Heard of falsely portraying him as a domestic abuser. Both Depp and Heard appeared in court this morning. Heard has also filed a countersuit against Depp that accuses his lawyers of defaming her at this direction. And things are looking even more strange for a well-known Netflix show. Today, the streaming platform has released a new trailer for the upcoming 4th season of Stranger Things. A lot of people took to social media sharing their comments and concerns, with most commentary falling on the moments featuring Sadie Sink's character Max and the alleged new villain. The season is set to be split into 2 volumes, with the first 5 episodes releasing on May 27th and the remaining episodes streaming July 1st. And it's Britney's baby. Some fans are sharing their confusion across social media after Britney Spears announced she is pregnant and married. The singer shared the news on Instagram, and fans and celebrities alike congratulated her. However, some people were puzzled because of how soon this is happening after her conservatorship ended less than 5 months ago. Spears revealed that the conservatorship had forced her to remain on birth control during the duration of her 13-year conservatorship. And another celebrity is under the same umbrella of social media commentary. Rihanna sat down with Vogue talking about her pregnancy and becoming a mother. She revealed that she didn't plan on getting pregnant. It just happened. She didn't say when she was due, but wishes she could have her close loved ones, but due to COVID-19, that seems unlikely. You can catch the interview in today's edition of Vogue. I hope you all have a great day. Back to you, Jess and Patrick at the desk.
Thanks, Tyler. And Aaron previews tonight's UCO baseball action coming up next.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back, Bronco fans. I'm Aaron Gelvin, and this is your Tuesday Sports Update. The UCO baseball team is back in action at home tonight as they will take on Northeastern State as soon as we wrap up our show today at 5 p.m. The Broncos are coming off of a series victory over Washburn over the weekend. Central lost the first game of the series on the road before bouncing back with 2 straight dominant wins to take the series 2-1. After tonight's game, UCO will enter a 3-game series with Northwest Missouri on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And the UCO softball team remains number 10 in the National NFCA Division II poll that was released yesterday. The Broncos still have just 1 loss in conference play, 6 losses overall, and are coming off of a successful weekend against Lincoln and Central Missouri. And the UCO women's tennis team is off to a 4-0 start in conference play as they picked up another shutout victory on Saturday. The Broncos have only played 1 conference game that didn't end up in a shutout and are riding a streak of 3 straight matches not allowing a point. The team is 11-1 overall in the outdoor season and will be at home later this week against Fort Hays State and Nebraska Kearney. And the NBA's play-in tournament begins tonight as the 7 through 10 seeds in each conference will have an opportunity to play their way into the playoff bracket. In the Eastern Conference, tonight's matchup is the 8-seed Cavaliers on the road against the 7-seed Nets. You see them playing against each other right here. Cleveland has been one of the surprises of the season as young rookie Evan Mobley has been a huge part of the best Cavs season post-LeBron. Brooklyn has failed to live up to expectations partially due to injury and made a huge midseason trade swapping James Harden for Ben Simmons. The winner of tonight's game will play Boston in the first round of the playoffs, while the loser will need to beat the winner of the Hornets and Hawks game later this week in order to have the rights to face the Miami Heat in round 1. These 2 teams actually played each other late last week, with Brooklyn winning. The rematch once again is tonight. And in the Western Conference, tonight's battle is the Minnesota Timberwolves hosting the Los Angeles Clippers as we run a few highlights of both of those teams right here. Tonight's winner will take on Ja Morant and Memphis in round 1, while the loser must beat the winner of the Spurs and Pelicans in order to get to face the Suns in the first round. Minnesota was another pleasant surprise this season with young players like Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards taking a step forward, while the Clippers haven't had superstar forward Kawhi Leonard all season, dropping them to the 8th seed. If Leonard can make it back for the playoffs, Los Angeles could be a very dangerous team. And speaking of Los Angeles, the Lakers fired their head coach of the last 3 years, Frank Vogel, yesterday. Here's Lakers star LeBron James on the decision and his relationship with the former coach.
I respect Frank as a coach, as a man, in our partnership that we've had over a few years here has been nothing but just candid, great conversations, and this guy who gives everything to the game, prepared us every single night along with his coaching staff as well. I give those guys a lot of credit too, but at the end of the day, I don't know what's going to happen, with Frank and being here, but I got nothing but respect for him.
Jessica, Patrick, the Lakers, they were kind of a mess this season. Thoughts?
It's honestly it's shocking when you have LeBron on your team and
Absolutely.
you're that.
Mess is an understatement with how high their expectations were going into the season, and then just to subvert them being 16 games under 500 and just missing the playoffs altogether.
They have to figure it out. Definitely have to figure it out.
Yeah. But thank you for joining us, Aaron. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be back with more news and one last look at MC's weather forecast after this.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back to this edition of UCentral News. Let's go ahead and take one last look at tonight's weather and the forecast for the rest of the week. MC, what do you got for us?
Real quick, we're going to go ahead and look at the forecast for tomorrow. So going into tomorrow, starting up by maybe midnight, going into 7 a.m., we're going to start seeing those showers die down, be about a 10% chance of rain here in the metro, with the temp being 54 degrees. We're going to start seeing that sun come out. The clouds are going to be out as well, but it's going to be very, very windy. Gusts are going to continue to be very, very strong going into tomorrow. Then windy, like I said, it's going to be windy at lunchtime, 60 degrees, 7 p.m. nighttime, clear skies with the temperature being 65 degrees. Now the temperatures across the state, we're going to see 70s and 60s. So 60s here in the metro and in northern Oklahoma. Southern Oklahoma, we're going to see some 70s, but the only 80 we're going to see is in Idabel, 81. That's going to be the warmest here in Oklahoma. Now here's the 7-day forecast with a little swoosh. Like I said, we're going to have some severe thunderstorms tonight, 20% chance, not very, very heavy, but we could see some very low to low chance of tornadoes going into tomorrow. And then for the rest of the week, we're going to see it be warm, a 20% chance of rain Sunday and Sunday night. But Monday, we're going to start seeing no more storms or anything like that.
Thank you so much, MC. And check this out. A sharp-eyed TSA officer in Boston stopped a passenger from bringing a sword aboard a plane Wednesday. The man was apparently completely unaware that the walking cane he was using had a long blade hidden inside of it.
After TSA officers confiscated the concealed sharp-edged weapon, the passenger was allowed to travel on his way. This is a reminder that if the passenger had put his cane into his checked luggage, it would have been okay. Any sharp objects in checked bags should be sheathed like this one inside the cane to prevent injury to baggage handlers and inspectors.
That would be a crazy thing to check out as I'm working on my job.
Like, what is that in the cane there?
Some spy equipment. Well, we just wanted to say this is going to be our last Tuesday show, and we want to thank you so much for joining us this semester. Oh, we've had such a great time, and we're going to miss everyone.
All the seniors.
Yeah.
All the seniors.
But thank you guys for joining us on this edition of UCentral News. That's Aaron. That's Aaron Gelvin, as he just said. I'm Patrick Talbot.
I'm Jessica Morales.
And I'm MC.
Thank you so much, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Stay safe, Broncos.